Watch the pass.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Pushing through the contact. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Bulldozes past him. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The rookie there defensively to knock it away, Trayvon Mullen. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Returnable here for Callaway. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darren Waller, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
Do you almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. 80 weapon. Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, let's go.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. And the safety, Carl Joseph, there to knock that one away. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Check out. Yeah. That's me.
Right back to him on first down. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They gonna need some therapy after this. Hey, exit. Hey. Go your back.
On 2nd down, Minshew. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Down. 18 Gator. Mike, number 53. Mike, X3. 218. Chop. Check. Get it.
Now a handoff looking right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr is complete to Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Here's Carr. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. This is taken at the 18. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That was good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, Sue. 52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. Look at me. Zipper. Watch the screen.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this 1st quarter.
Let's make these babies cry now.
On 2nd and 10, Minshew. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Go, go! Hey, high 7. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Out of the gun is Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Complete to D.D. Westbrook. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Jaguar 1st down.
60 Pittsburgh. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day. General West. Undercrush. Watch safety creep. Hey, Hayward. Safety creeping. Let's go.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Looking sideline, incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, echo.
Here's Minshew. Flushed out right. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things. Up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Express.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
no
yardage.
yardage. Okay.
Carr. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Jaguars field for 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot on the
best.
gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. This one out quickly to Westbrook. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on first down is Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up, five.
Fournette, a first down carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Minshew. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now Callaway on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll try the left side. Swift. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
694. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
15.
Fournette running right. Fournette fighting through. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Escaping the pressure right. Caught here by Conley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey! Roy! 53's the mic. 53's the mic. I'm coming. Five. Check. 50.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He completes it to Westbrook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Lambeau is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Fielded about a yard deep. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch out.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Down. 30 base. Touchdown, defense. Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. He's got Evans. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First down, Jacksonville.
Ready.
This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Minshew sets to throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Shoot.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line.
Smith. Choose the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Go. Go.
Back to throw. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
No, Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Bravo. Get it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Minshew. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Hey, Charlie. 51 the mic, boy. 51. It's our field. It's our field. Yeah.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, he takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On first down, Swift, and he's got Rome. That one good for 33 and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side. Swift. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. Touch the outlaw. Here we go. Under 10. 10. You go tight.